Good evening and welcome to the Brunswick Beat. I'm Rachel Johnson.
And I'm Stacy Manning. In our leading story tonight, some residents are wondering what has happened to a longtime Shalote business. Dyke's Tire on Main Street is out of service. Right after Christmas, store owners Ricky and Lisa Danford closed the shop for good, attributing its downfall to the faltering economy. The Danfords, who are ministers, said they're not sure what's in their future, but they are waiting on the Lord to guide them.
Australian-born actor David Lyons is taken in the beauty of Brunswick County as recent film and television projects have brought him here to the North Carolina coast. While some may recognize Lyons as the resident bad guy Sebastian Monroe on NBC's current hit drama Revolution, Lyons will light up the big screen this week with the premiere of locally filmed Safe Haven. He plays Kevin Tenery in a love story that lands a young woman with a mysterious past in Southport. Based on the Nicholas Sparks novel of the same name, Safe Haven, filmed last year in Southport and other nearby locations. The town of Southport is planning a party Thursday on Valentine's Day for the movie's premiere. Festivities include an afternoon viewing of the film and admittance to an after-party. For more about Lyons and his thoughts on the area, pick up this week's Beacon.
On February 6th, the Cape Fear Council of Governments brought several interested organizations together to talk about the county's transportation needs. Workshop members say some of the needs include creating bus routes with an easily accessible schedule, providing non-emergency medical transportation, and creating a comprehensive transportation study plan. That plan would include detailed proposals with maps of areas covered and estimated service costs.
A single vehicle wreck on February 7th has claimed the life of a Holden Beach man. Preston Maximum, 34 of Holden Beach, was killed when he lost control of the 1998 Jeep Cherokee he was driving. The wreck happened near East Boiling Spring Road between North Shore Drive and Nassau Drive. Maximum was wearing his seatbelt. There is no indication alcohol was involved, but speed may be a factor. The investigation is ongoing, and anyone with information is asked to contact the Boiling Spring Lakes Police Department at 845-2247.
Holden Beach and Ocean Isle Beach Island residents will soon have access to ATMC video services, including cable, internet, and telephone. Representatives from ATMC spoke to officials of both towns Tuesday. ATMC says it has wanted to bring this service to island residents for years, and now, due to new technology, it is financially feasible. Service to Holden Beach is expected to be in place by April, and service in Ocean Isle Beach should be running by early May. Visit atmc.net/beachtv for more information.
State Representative Susie Hamilton's second term in the North Carolina House is her first term representing Brunswick County. Hamilton serves District 18, which now covers part of New Hanover County and the north end of Brunswick. She and County Representative Frank Eiler and Senator Bill Rabin have discussed creating a bipartisan coastal caucus to support coastal residents' needs. She said they have a good relationship to help address Brunswick County issues. Hamilton was selected as one of 6 vice chairmen of the Public Utilities and Energy Committee and also serves on committees for Commerce and Job Development, Environment, Finance, Insurance, Rules, and Transportation.
Taking advantage of opportunities will lead to success. That was the message retired U.S. Army Lieutenant General Joseph Kinzer told the senior class of the North Brunswick High School Scorpion Battalion Junior ROTC. He spoke at their 41st annual military ball. Kinzer also told the JRTC classes that there are 4 B's to remember to be successful. Be dependable, be sharp, be busy, and be courteous.
Sunset Beach Town Council will discuss a 5-year financial forecast and land for beach parking at its annual retreat next Tuesday, February 19th. The day-long retreat will take place at Sea Trail Convention Center. Discussion of agenda items starts at 8:45 a.m. and continues until 5 p.m. An agenda can be viewed online at sunsetbeachnc.gov.
Carolina Shores residents are urging the town to be concerned about the future maintenance of town gates and medians. Residents spoke during a public hearing at Commissioners' monthly meeting on February 7th. Phyllis Hartley, a resident of Gate 6, said Carolina Shores should be concerned about what happens to the property. The Carolina Shores POA recently indicated it could no longer maintain the properties it believes are owned by the town.
Like many World War II veterans, Basil Geckler has quite a story about his experiences. But until he reached his 90s, he wasn't interested in telling them. Geckler, soon to be 92 years old, survived the beaches of Normandy on D-Day, while almost his entire unit, 56 men, were killed in the first 15 minutes of fighting. What Geckler got out of his service was a chance to meet Louise Tripp, who was born in Shalote. The two traded letters for 3 years during the war. They were married on April 26, 1945. The marriage lasted 60 years until Louise's death on October 12, 2005. The couple built a house in Brick Landing in Ocean Isle Beach, where Geckler still lives today. Find all these stories and much more inside this week's Beacon, available on newsstands now.
It's been fairly rainy the past several days. Let's check in with Beacon Advertising Representative Jim Cochran and see how the rest of the week will shape up.
Thank you, Stacy. You can put away your umbrellas for a couple of days, but it looks like rain will return to this area on Saturday. It's also going to be a little cooler this weekend. While highs might make it to the near 60 Thursday and Friday, on Saturday, rain will stop the temperatures from rising more than about 54 degrees. It's going to be really cool on Sunday when highs are only going to top out around 49 degrees. Saturday and Sunday, we'll see lows at a freezing 32 degrees. If you got outside plants, you're probably going to want to make sure they're protected this weekend. It may warm up into the low 60s next Tuesday, but by the time Wednesday rolls back around, we'll be back in the mid-40s for daytime highs. The surf will be flat all week with the exception of early Thursday morning. We're looking at knee-high, south to southwest short period wind swell in the morning with the occasional thigh-high sets. This drops into the ankle range for the afternoon, and that's what we'll have for the remainder of the week. You might enjoy some stand-up paddleboard, though, as we also are looking at clean conditions and winds less than 5 miles an hour every day through the weekend. Water temperatures are still in the mid-50s. If you're thinking about braving the cool weather for a walk on the beach, you may want to check out these tide times. Now let's head back to Rachel with the sports report and have a great weekend. And remember, stay classy, Brunswick County.
Thanks, Jim. It looks like it's going to be a chilly week. Now let's check out the Beacon Sports Report. The West Brunswick High School wrestling team completed one of its most successful seasons by winning the Waccamaw Conference Championship wrestling tournament last Saturday morning at South Brunswick. 10 matches were wrestled and the Trojans won 6 of them, all of them by underclassmen. The Trojans had already won the regular season conference championship by sweeping North Brunswick and South. Now the Trojans are getting ready for the state duels and for regionals. South Columbus beat West Brunswick 81-61 in a boys varsity basketball game last Friday night. The victory keeps South Columbus in a first-place tie with North Brunswick in the Waccamaw Conference. For one of West Brunswick's players, Philip Goss, it was an exciting week. Goss, also a Trojan football standout, signed a letter of intent to play football at UNC Pembroke next season. The Brunswick Community College baseball team entered the 2013 season with 30 or more wins in each of the last 3 seasons. The way things are shaping up, BCC may very well be on its way to another year of such success. The Dolphins opened the season by sweeping East Carolina club team in a doubleheader last Saturday at Founders Field. Under the direction of head coach Robbie Allen, BCC rolled to a 10-0 victory in the first game of the Twin Bill before securing a 6-1 win in the second contest. Find all these stories and find more great photos inside this week's sports section of the Beacon.
Laura.
Who have you got here today?
This is Pearl, and Pearl is a pastel calico, 5-month-old female, and she would like to be running instead of being held.
She has some energy.
She's got some energy, but she's also polydactyl. So if you notice her feet, she has all these extra toes. She's front and back polydactyl.
Oh.
So where a normal cat would have 18 toes, she has 22 toes.
You are kidding me. Well, she's just adorable.
Mm-hmm. So she's a Hemingway cat.
Okay, well, everybody needs to come down and visit with this beautiful Hemingway cat. And there are plenty of other cats and kittens available for adoption here at Cattails also. And they are open for public visitation from 11 to 1 on Wednesdays, and then also on the weekends.
From 11 to 3 on Saturdays and Sundays. And we're also at PetSmart in Wilmington on New Center Drive on Friday evenings and all day on Saturday.
All right, so come on and visit and find your forever cat friend here at Cattails. Thanks, Trish.
Thank you, Laura.
Thanks, Pearl.
Joyce Davis doesn't like to be called a matchmaker, but the Calabash resident has a knack for introducing people who later got married. She estimates she's connected 10 couples during the years. This Valentine's Day, Davis is remembering one of her longest-term couples, Chuck and Carol Schreiber of Calabash. Davis introduced them in 1998. A year later, in December 1999, they were married. You can read all about Davis and her favorite Cupid couple. They are featured in this week's Beacon.
Fried fish is already a buzzword in the seafood capital. During Lent, it takes on renewed meaning at Calabash VFW Post 7288. This Friday, February 15th, the Post will fire up its annual Friday night Lenten fish fries. Dinners consist of fried and breaded fresh haddock with all the trimmings. Meals are served from 5 to 7 p.m. Fridays through Good Friday, March 29th. Dinners are $9 per plate. An extra cup of clam chowder is $1, and the Post is at 900 Carter Drive in Calabash. For more information, call 579-3577.
What could be more appropriate for the Valentine's season than artist Liz Roberts' color-laden heart motifs? The Sunset Beach artist's work is the latest featured exhibit at Sunset River Marketplace Gallery in Calabash. The exhibit, What the World Needs Now, is a series of Roberts' acrylic work bringing her artistic passion to life. Sunset River Marketplace is at 10283 Beach Drive. Winter hours are 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesdays through Saturdays. For more information, call 575-5999 or go online to sunsetrivermarketplace.com.
Pleasant Grove Missionary Baptist Church is inviting the public to a gospel music fundraiser Sunday, February 17th. The church's second annual cemetery benefit fund drive starts at 4 p.m. Various groups will sing gospel songs. The church is 11 miles south of Charlotte at 8950 US 17 near Calabash in Carolina Shores.
Get ready for free professional health screenings, chair massages, and lots of fabulous door prizes. All of this and more will be showcased at the Brunswick Beacon's Health Expo, slated for 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Saturday, February 23rd. It's at West Brunswick High School. Admission is free. The 7th Annual Expo will feature more than 40 vendors and sponsors. Other highlights include medication disposal and free childcare. For more information, call 754-6890.
Art coupled with wine and chocolate pairings will celebrate the season Saturday, February 16th with the launch of the Sweetheart Girls Art Show at Silver Coast Winery. The show debuts 2 to 5 p.m. in the Winery Gallery and showcases work of 5 area artists: Maria Del Carmen, Sandra D. Nicholson, Ann Rhodes, Cheryl Lynn Barrio, and Gabriella Lynch. Wine and chocolate pairings are at noon, 1:30 p.m., 3 p.m., and 4 p.m. For more information, visit silvercoastwinery.com or call 287-2800.
That's all the time we have for tonight, but you can read all these stories and much more in this week's Beacon. If you have comments or suggestions for us at Brunswick Beat, you can email us at brunswickbeat@brunswickbeacon.com. Don't forget to follow the Beacon on Facebook and Twitter. Just search for Brunswick Beacon.
Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to tune in next week for a brand new edition of Brunswick Beat, Brunswick County's only television news show. We close out this week's show with images from last weekend's Little Princess Ball.